ratings. We're getting our ass kicked every week by the Incredible Hulk.
It's the Rockin' Metal Revival!
Well, last night's episode was a very special episode.
Crank it up!
They revealed that the Incredible Hulk has an evil twin, and he's not green, he's red.
I know, it was amazing. Did you see it?
You can't compete with that.
Welcome to the show!
Horns up, metalheads. Time for another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival, and I really mean to throw the horns this week. You know what I'm talking about, partner?
Where are you throwing them?
High in the air.
High?
High.
Oh, high, man.
We are live from the Hookah Line
We wouldn't
Studios.
want that. Don't get high, man.
No.
Don't throw stuff high.
No.
No.
Wow.
I might
You
have.
sound like my old man.
You were late, so I kind of partook a little earlier.
Oh, late.
Is that what? Yeah. Aren't you pregnant?
No. But if I am, it's yours.
Oh.
Anyways.
Be one ugly kid.
Oh, God. You look like that kid from Goonies.
Ooh, nice.
All right, you can tell we're in a good mood tonight. We had a great guest this week, Mr. Chuck Billy from Testament.
Sure. And a great album, too.
Yeah,
Wow.
new
Really
album
digging
just
it.
dropped on Friday. It's called Brotherhood of the Snake. We're going to play a couple new tunes off that. Next hour might be the most rockin' hour that we have ever done.
Just like slamming.
Yeah.
We're just going to slam
On
you.
Rockin' Metal Revival. You know what? Wherever you are, when we go into that second hour,
Don't be driving. You're not.
That's a speeding ticket.
You're going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good. Don't blame it on us. It's
Yeah.
not our fault.
No.
No, it's not our fault.
but if you're like sitting at
Warned
home
ahead of
listening
time.
to us outside, turn it up real loud and let's piss off your neighbors a little bit. What do you say about that?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it. Let's kick the show off with one going back.
But the first hour's all ballads.
Yeah, first hour we're just going to do a lot of lovey-dovey, ABBA type stuff, and the stuff you're used to from us.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is Heaven.
Donna Summers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like Donna Summer?
Oh, yeah.
MacArthur Park. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Good time.
this is the band Heaven. This is in the beginning. This is going to be a long show, people. So turn it up. Rock and Metal Revival is on the air.
And what's this song? In the beginning?
Yeah.
So, like, at the beginning, we're playing in the beginning.
That's right.
Is this, so are we beginning, I'm thinking?
Now.
No Real Housewives, no politics, and God's sakes, no Kardashian.
I am sick and tired of your constant sexual harassment.
You say harassment, I say a couple of big juicy orgasms between friends.
Just the best hard rock and metal right here on Rockin' Metal Revival.
You say you have great tits, and I most certainly concur, but that ass of yours is no slouch either.
We are back right now on Rock and Metal Revival. There's a little Primal Fear from the CD Devil's Ground. That is in metal.
In metal.
So, yeah.
It's not made in...
Not made out of wood.
No.
Not made out of cardboard. It's made in metal.
That's the way to do it.
Hey, Halloween weekend. You got anything going this weekend?
No.
Cowbell solos?
Some cowbell. Yeah, I'm going to do some cowbell. I'm going to write some cowbell songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of the artists that we talk to that you ask that question, they all goes, you know what, I'm going to write one on the next album.
Yeah.
A song for cowbell.
Still hasn't happened, though.
No.
No, I think there's...
Out of all of them, I think Karabi's going to be the one that does it.
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so...
I'd be good with that.
Yeah, you know, what a great... You know, this week around here, the weather has finally turned to where I can see it starting to snow soon.
Yeah, I had to break out a coat the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. Holy cow. Not good. Not good.
You still haven't put pants on, so it isn't that cold out yet.
Yeah. Well, I won't do that till it's below 20.
There you go.
20 below or so.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, we got, coming up next hour in the show.
That's when I wear underwear.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, wear underwear, 20 below. You know, we're going to tell you a funny story. Chuck Billy is on the show this weekend, and this is actually the second time that we've talked to Chuck Billy.
Yeah,
and
it is.
This is the first time he's been on the show. So, do we want to...
You could tell him.
Do you want to? No, well, you tell the story. I didn't do it.
I am. Yeah, I kind of did some maintenance on the files, you know.
Yeah.
I was like clearing out old stuff and just grabbing in chunks and just throwing out files and deleting them. I hadn't processed the Chuck Billy interview we had done the day before. And it was in there with that, and I did all kinds of stuff trying to recover the file, but it just didn't happen, and it sucked because, we were so stoked to have him And yeah, I screwed up. I totally deleted.
Honestly, dude,
I was really.
Don't feel bad because
I was pretty stoned when it happened. So that's just for.
That's
folks.
one of those things you can blame on drugs.
They should be like one of those public service announcements for that. Don't get stoned and do any computer maintenance kind of stuff. Yeah, don't go deleting stuff and thinking you're going to clean out stuff when you're stoned. Not a good idea.
I was not on the weed, and you were in Portland. And Jerry, who the hell was it we interviewed? Billy Sheehan. Andy and I interviewed Billy Sheehan.
Nice.
And I was stoked, man. It was a cool interview, and he was cool, and he told us, stories about time in the David Lee Roth band and all this, and some really cool stuff, And so I get home and I put it, I downloaded it on the computer, and the next day, about 2 days later, I went to grab it.
Yeah.
Well, and the night before, when I was cleaning off stuff off my desktop.
Oh, no, you had thrown it on the desktop?
Yeah, I had thrown it on the desktop, and all it said was I think it said Mr. Big or something like that. I thought it was a Mr. Big tune, and I threw it into the recycling bin and emptied it.
Yeah, it can happen.
It happens.
Yeah. But see, I got an excuse.
What's that?
I was on the weed, man.
You can't blame it all on the weed, brother.
I can.
All right.
You can't because you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
So I got an excuse.
I could have blamed it on you because you weren't there to, guide me.
Because I would have probably done the same thing.
That's exactly right. All right, let's get back to some music. Coming up, we got News of the Weird. We've also got Talking Real Metal. And then next hour, I pretty much guarantee this, it is the hardest as far as metal goes that we have ever done.
Thrashiness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next hour is a tribute to thrash.
Nice.
Why don't we look at it that way? Sweet. All right. Here comes Ozzy. What do you say we play?
Lots of dance tunes.
Lots of dance tunes. Yeah, grab your girlfriend and pull her close because there's going to be some dancing going on. This is from the No More Tears CD. This is Mr. Tinker Train on Rock and Metal Revival.
Bringing hard rock and metal to the masses.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Rock and Metal Revival.
From the CD, Welcome to Fat City, there's Crowbot and Easy Money. And, dude, when I saw them a couple of weeks ago, they played that tune live.
Yeah.
Crowbot is a killer band live, man. I will go see them anytime. You seriously, man, you gotta come out and see them.
I will.
Yeah.
I will, one of these days.
Yeah, especially bring some of your...
Yeah. Some of my,
your attitude adjustment.
Yeah. Okay, I could do that.
It's a great time. And pick up that Crowbot CD. That's probably going to end up in my top 10 of the year.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that Crowbot CD. I like that a lot.
There's been a lot of good releases.
It's going to be hard to do this year.
It is, man.
It really is.
It's going to be hard.
It hasn't been hard in years unless we get some Cialis, whatever. All right, it's time for News of the Weird, and we're going to start out. A man spends 4 hours trapped in chimney after locking himself out. Dude.
You lock yourself out of your house, and that's your one option is to go through the chimney? Is that really very rational?
There'd be a broken window before I come down the chimney.
Yeah, dude. There's so many other ways to get it.
A neighbor heard the man yelling for help and called the fire department, rescue officials said. An Arizona man learned a very valuable lesson on what not to do when you're locked out of your home. 26-year-old became stuck in the chimney for up to 4 hours Sunday.
26, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
after trying to shimmy down the tube and into his Tucson home. Who the hell do you think he was, Santa Claus?
I know.
All right.
He was really skinny. They had a picture.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I don't care how skinny you are.
I know, you're still not.
You don't got that magic dust that Santa uses.
Yeah, it's magic
dust, yeah. A neighbor heard him yelling for help and called the fire department. By the time help arrived, the department said he had managed to get far enough down to touch the floor, but the exit was too narrow for him to completely escape. Firefighters consequently pulled him back up through the chimney. Photos capturing the rescue showed the man covered head to toe in soot as they pulled him free. According to AZ Central, the man joins a list of chimney rescues by Tucson and Phoenix firefighters. You dumbass.
Jeez.
You're not Santa?
Not the smartest way to go, man.
No.
Maybe call somebody who has...
Bust a window. Call somebody who's got a key. Call the landlord. Don't.
Yeah.
The hell?
Don't go through the chimney.
No. That's
Just
not a good idea.
They need to make a public service announcement.
Helpful
about
tip
that,
from RMR.
Yeah.
We're looking out for your safety. Do not crawl down the chimney.
Yeah, that's not a good
an option. Man wearing cat mugshot shirt robs Oklahoma bank. Oh, this guy's an idiot. The FBI is searching for a man who they say robbed an Oklahoma bank while wearing a T-shirt depicting a cat posing for a mugshot. The FBI says the robbery happened Monday afternoon at Bank First Bank in Norman, about 20 miles south of Oklahoma City. Special agent in charge, Catherine Peterson, says the man walked into the bank, gave the teller a note demanding the money, and then ran off with the cash. Peterson says the man's note, and he had a gun, but no weapon was observed. The FBI said the man was wearing a black shirt featuring a cat posing as a jail booking photo. Damn cats are always,
you know what? He has a cat who he puts a shirt on it that has his picture.
Yeah, no kidding.
Being booked.
Kind of like you and Lemmy. Yeah. All right, man tripping on LSD saves dog from imagined house blaze. I can just imagine. Michael Orchard now faces criminal charges after allegedly breaking into his neighbor's home while high. A man in upstate New York bravely broke into his neighbor's blazing home to save their trapped dog on Thursday afternoon. Michael Orchard fled the burning property in Half Moon near Albany with the bewildered pup and tenderly cradled it in his arms while resting on the front lawn, or at least that's what the 43 thought had happened. State troopers said Orchard was actually tripping and on a potent mixture of LSD and cough syrup. That cough syrup's bad for you.
Yeah, I'd stay away from the cough syrup.
Yeah, watch out for the cough syrup.
My mom pushed that stuff.
Yeah,
you gotta be careful.
A lot of parents push that on their kids.
It was good. It shut you up.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. Here, go to sleep. Yeah. Okay.
Then you take a big swig of this.
Exactly. There was no blaze. The entire house fire scenario was just a result of his hallucinations. He believed the residence was on fire and he was rescuing the dog. Trooper Mark Capel said, he told a local news network. Orchard reportedly began tripping earlier in the day when taking cough medicine laced with LSD.
Whoa.
Thinking his neighbor's home was on fire, he initially pounded on other residents' door in desperate attempts to alert them. But when they didn't react, he allegedly plowed his BMW sedan through his neighbor's fence and broke into the home via the back door to grab the dog.
Nice. At least he didn't try to go through the chimney.
Hey, and the dog is okay.
And he was on acid.
Seriously, dude. You know what? Even though he was having a bad trip, his heart was in the right place. He was trying to save the dog.
Save that dog, man.
Yeah, give the guy a break.
But, man, cough syrup laced with juice. Whew. Acid? Wow. No.
Is that what NyQuil is?
I think so.
All right.
It works.
Yeah, NyQuil works.
Enough of that,
yeah. Every once in a while, even when I'm out in the bar, I'll say, hey, got any NyQuil? Mom jailed with daughter after mailing drugs to her. Nice.
Way to go.
That's a mother-daughter combination. Authorities say a mother who mailed drugs to her incarcerated daughter is now an inmate at the same Florida jail. Oh, that's good. They'll get to spend the holidays together.
That's good.
Yeah. Monroe County Sheriff spokesman Becky Herron said in a news release that the deputy in the jail near Key West found the envelope and noticed it had a chemical smell. He opened the envelope and saw the substance inside. An incident report says the substance turned out to be bupropion, a synthetic opiate.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what it is.
Nice.
I don't do the opiates.
I don't mess with that. No.
Deputies arrested the 55-year-old on Thursday. Now she gets to spend the same time with her 27-year-old daughter, Shannon Carroll, in the same jail.
Nice. Well, yeah, like you said, at least they'll be there together.
Yeah, be there for the holidays. Yeah. You get the turkey loaf and maybe some stovetop stuffing. All right. Accused bank robber duped dad into giving her ride to job interview. What? Now, this isn't the type of family togetherness the dad intended. A Florida woman accused of robbing a bank may have gotten her father involved in a crime without him even knowing.
No way.
Oh, God, I can see where this is going. Chelsea Wilson was arrested Friday.
Where are they?
In Florida. Yeah. Was arrested Friday morning after she allegedly robbed a TD Bank in Fort Lauderdale on Thursday afternoon. Police said Wilson's father told them he drove her to the bank because she told him she was going in for a job interview.
Was she dressed all nice?
I don't know. So, she didn't have a cat on her shirt. I'll tell you that much. Sometime between leaving the car and going into the supposed job interview, the 24-year-old suspect covered her blonde locks with a red wig and a hat and put on some sunglasses. According to the complaint obtained by the local news station, Wilson allegedly entered the bank shortly before 4 p.m., handed the teller a handwritten note demanding money. You have exactly 1 minute to give me all your 50s and $100 bills from both your drawers, or I will shoot you. No die packs, no alarms. Follow these instructions, and no one gets hurt. Just act normal. Wilson made off with only $300, exited the bank parking lot in an SUV that the FBI agents later determined was registered to her father. Wilson's father said he thought the cash his daughter had was an advance, according to authorities. Witnesses reported Wilson was recognizing her as someone wanted in connection with 4 other recent bank and
Dang. Oh, man.
Wilson admitted to committing all 5 robberies and said she spent the money collected from her most recent heist on groceries.
Dang. Oh, man.
How do you get your dad involved in something like that?
Yeah, Dad, drop me off at the bank.
You know what? I would
Let me
much...
borrow. Hey, Dad, you got a gun I can borrow?
Yeah.
Something that looks like a gun I can stick in my coat?
I'd much rather deal with the cops than my old man pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Seriously.
But, yeah.
That's going to wind up News of the Weird. Coming up, we've got Talking Real Metal. We'll take a look at news in the rock world. But right now, from their CD, Kentucky, here's Blackstone Cherry. This is cheaper to drink alone. And when I'm going out with my wife, that's the truth. All right here on Rockin' Metal Revival.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rockin' Metal Revival.
All right, horns up, metalheads. It's time again for Talking Real Metal. Grab the kids, put their heads against the speakers, and make them listen. Otherwise, they're going to be on dope.
Yeah. If you want to keep your kids off of
dope,
pot, let them make them listen to this.
Because they'll go, I don't want to be like them 2 stupid asses on the radio.
I'll never touch that weed. I'll give all my weed to you.
Yeah, here, let me go get my weed. All right. Looks
so
like
it might make for a good night.
Yeah, it might make good for tonight, you and Mama. There. Fozzy re-signs with Century Media. This is a good deal. New album due out in 2017. What do you say we play some Fozzy at the end of this?
Dude, I'm good. I like Fozzy.
You like that? All right. Yeah. Original Alice Cooper Band to release live from the AstroTurf, a 7-inch single.
Yeah. So
is that going to be like for Record Day or something? Record Store Day?
I think so.
All right.
All right.
Here's good news. Motley Crue's Vince Neil avoids jail and battery case. How come that guy never goes to jail?
He's Teflon Vince.
That's that SOB.
Yeah, he should have been in prison for a long time.
For killing Razzle. What the hell? He is like got the most get out of free cards. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper on Joe Perry's onstage collapse. I didn't realize that Aerosmith only did 2 shows a week. Well, they're only 110 years old. God. Steve Harris will never make...
Yeah, because freaking... Alice does like 5 shows a week.
5 shows a week, yeah. I know. I read the stuff with Nita Strauss, and she's like, this is brutal.
Yeah.
You know, and how old's Alice?
Jeez, Alice is way older.
He's got to be almost as old as we are.
Yeah. Almost.
All right. Steve Harris says they will never make other bands pay to support Iron Maiden. He says it's just plain wrong.
Yeah, to have your opening band have to pay you to get on the bill.
A lot of times the opening...
That's what they are.
Yeah.
A lot of bands do that, the names.
Yeah. But, you know, the thing is,
a
lot of
buy
times...
your way onto a bill.
I go to a show just to see the 2 opening bands.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
leave.
it's better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kiss co-owned LA football team reportedly ceases operations. Wow, another Kiss thing in the toilet.
That's not a surprise. That's a big surprise. Who didn't see that coming?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Raise your hands.
Yeah. Come on.
I didn't think so. Our listeners are a lot smarter than that.
Jeez.
Hey, Sammy Hagar to headline the
you
rock
sell
legend.
All your Kiss...
I'm
LA
about
Kiss
ready to.
Gear
Yeah, all my
LA Kiss
I'm getting
gear
rid of it.
Yeah. It's worthless now.
Yeah. It was the Packers and the LA Kiss, and now I'm lost.
That was the only football around. Yeah.
Seems Sammy Hagar is going to headline the Rock Legends Cruise 6.
Yeah.
I'm not into cruises, dude.
No, me either. You ain't getting me on a big ship anymore. Nope.
Except to release Restless and Live on Blu-ray and DVD. That ought to be...
it's coming out in January. I'm definitely going to...
You going to pick that up?
I probably will, yeah.
All right, Airborne frontman says he would have done all right filling in for Brian Johnson on AC/DC's Rocker Buster. I think you did a great job.
I bet he would have. Yeah. I bet he would have. He's got a great voice for
We're
that.
we're in the process of working out a time to get them on the show coming up, hopefully before the end of the year.
'Cause, we got the new albums out.
Yeah, got the new album out. Scorpion Singer says Mickey D has added a fresh new wave of energy to the band.
Well, that's cool.
Brings that Motorhead kick it in the ass kind of thing.
That James Kotak, he was kind of a big, liked to promote himself a lot more than the band, being in the Scorpions. Yeah.
Scorpion Singer, I already did that.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about him anymore.
Yeah, we don't want to do that again. Former Love, Hate, and Quiet Riot singer Jizzy Pearl signs with Frontier Music. I like
Jizzy Pearl. He's a great,
good singer.
Really good, yeah.
Here's a guy that I was just emailing back and forth with today. Bruce Kulick says rejoining Kiss in Spaceman makeup would be awkward. He always said he would never do it.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. I don't blame him.
That's because he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's got his own.
He's got his own image.
It's his own part of Kiss.
Former Wasp members Randy Piper and Steve Riley reunite on stage in Las Vegas. I'd love to see a show with the original Wasp.
They're all. I've heard
they're all still alive.
Talking about it. Yeah, might want to think about it, guys. Get a big money grab there so you can pad your caskets with money.
There you go. And last but not least, I've got an 8-month-old nephew, Nick's kid. And I think this is on the Christmas list for him. Lullaby renditions of Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah.
Out next month.
That would be awesome. Heck
yeah.
All your kids need to listen.
Yeah, I know his dad's not cool enough to buy that for him, so I think I will. Hey, coming up next hour, we're going to have thrash legend Chuck Billy from Testament on the show. I just can't even believe we're saying Chuck Billy's going to be on Rock and Metal Revival.
And I didn't delete it ahead of time.
Exactly. Yes. And get this, next hour will be the probably most metal hour ever in Rock and Metal Revival history. Right now, getting out of this, we're going to play one from Do You Want to Start a War? This is Fozzy. This is Bad Tattoo on Rock and Metal Revival. Chuck Billy up next hour, right here.
This portion of Rock and Metal Revival is brought to you by...
Now then, forsaken soul! Open thine ears and slake thy thirst on the music that can force kings to their knees and oceans to boil. Behold, the song that'll take you to the top of the charts.
All right.
There's a guy named Fred and he's got a pair of slacks. Ooh, Fred's got slacks. Really quite sharp, but they're a little tight in the waist. Ooh, Fred's got slacks on the boulevard.
From the brand new Testament album, Brotherhood of the Snake, there is 7 Seals right here on Rock and Metal Revival. And, dude, I'm telling you right now.
Just pound your head in.
Yes. I haven't been this excited about an album in a long time, and we are fortunate enough to have on the phone with us the voice of Testament, Mr. Chuck Billy. Thanks for coming on the show, Chuck.
Hey, man, what's going on? Thanks for having me.
It is great to have you back on the show, and I can't hardly say this without this might be the best Testament release to date. I mean, how do you feel about this? I mean, I went through your old catalogs, and I'm really loving this.
Well, it's you're always trying to outdo yourself and chase that ultimate mix, and I think this one, a lot of it really came together. The songs and the production of the songs and everything. It just has when we set out to do this record, we set out to definitely make it more thrashy, and I definitely say we did that.
Well, being one of the kings of thrash metal, it's got to feel good that you've influenced so many bands over the years. You guys kind of went back to old school Testament on this release.
Well, exactly. Well, a lot of it. Eric, I give that to Eric. Eric's fortunately being a guy who has kind of doesn't really listen to a lot of other stuff. He's really locked into his black metal bands that he likes, and
nice,
and puts that element into Testament. But so he's kind of writes in his own world, and he always writes current. We never write songs from. We always write enough songs for the current records. We don't, bring back songs from years ago that we've done, that are on the shelf. So. I give that to Eric. He always keeps it modern and to date and fresh. And I think this record, he really outdid himself, especially adding more thrash in every song.
Yeah. You got a lot of different subject matter going on in like the 7 Seals and then gambling with blackjack and can of business and stuff. Was that something you were going for?
Well, the record actually started off, the first song was actually Brotherhood of the Snake. And when we went into the lyric process of this record, Eric really wanted me to get off the like personal subjects, because we were doing a lot of that over the last couple of records. Really wanted to come up with kind of a visual, conceptual record. We can write some cool songs and have some cool lyrics and write some stories about. And I kind of found the Brotherhood of the Snake, which basically was a secret society formed over 6,000 years ago that basically believed that aliens created mankind to serve as slaves on Earth to mine for its gold. So I was kind of like, well, you know what? That's kind of very visual right there. And kind of, the whole alien aspect. And at that time, I'd actually been watching this Ancient Aliens program on television. And it was documenting how all these, thousands of years ago, the sightings of the same kind of beings and flying objects, thousands of years kind of documented. And it just kind of made me think, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to we're going to start with that. And Brotherhood of the Snake was the first song we wrote. And Eric really liked that as the title of the record. So that's kind of what took form of the first 5 tunes, 7 Seals, and all of them kind of, was in that secret society and, the planet kind of stuff.
Awesome. I saw right after you completed the recording of this, you guys flew to Europe and started touring. Is it easier for you to record, Chuck, or would you rather be out on tour?
I like them both. I mean, this one was much different because this record, we put a lot of effort into writing this for a few years, and we kind of forced ourselves in the studio to get it done if we wanted a record this year before we went to Europe. So we basically just booked the studio time unprepared, really. We didn't do a demo. We didn't rehearse as a band. We kind of just took a bunch of the riffs and parts, and I had a lot of lyrics, and kind of just went in the studio and went for it, because we really wanted to have a record. And I think maybe some of that, back against the wall, kind of maybe just, lit a little fire under our ass and and made it forced us to kind of get it done, I guess,
Are there any these songs you're going to play live?
Oh, yeah. Right now we got about 4. That's probably we're working on into the new set.
Nice.
Okay. Well, hey, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about breaking bands. What made you want to delve into management side of the industry? I just think of a iconic frontman. Why would you want to do the management part?
Well, I thought it was kind of a natural thing. I've been, working hand really close with Testament and within, the record aspect or touring aspect of it. I've got 30 years into it. So I was approached by Maria and Johnny, and was kind of asked a year ago if I was interested in doing it. And at first I said yeah, but I wasn't ready. And then kind of a year and a half later, they came and asked again, and at that point I said, you know what, let's go for it. And at the time I think Maria was already working with Exodus, so we started with Exodus, and pretty quickly after that took on a few other acts and grew from there. I thought it was a natural progression, because Maria's actually worked for Megaforce, who signed Testament, and Johnny owned Megaforce Records.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a pretty strong team.
So I've been watching on your on Facebook. You guys have been doing this countdown where you're counting down to the release of this album.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that? Because that's really cool. Where you talk about a couple songs for each one.
We did a little bit of that last year, but we did a little more. The guy we used last year, Tommy Jones, did our video and a lot of that footage. Well, now he works for Nuclear Blast
okay.
for the label. So there was a little more involvement, I guess, on their part, when it came to that this time.
Well, Chuck, listening to rock radio right now with this big buzz about the new Metallica album and the last 2 Anthrax albums being, critically acclaimed, and everything I've heard about this new album, and even from listening to it, I think thrash metal's on the way back to the forefront in metal. Do you feel that way?
I wouldn't say to the front, but I think all, especially bands, veteran bands like a lot of them you just mentioned, I'd say at this point are just kind of comfortable at what we do and what we've probably all of us I've gotten better at.
Yeah.
You know, over time, I think we've all just enjoy it more and probably are into it more. And it makes for better music.
Is there a young thrash band out there, Chuck, that you think everybody's missing out on?
I'm sure there is, but I know there's a lot of thrash bands that I see coming out that I still like to see, and you know, and we run into bands like, you know, Battlecross or, you know, Ex Mortis or Whitechapel or bands like that we see that are, you know, pounding that flag of fast, aggressive music. So, yeah, it's nice.
So you got a really busy tour coming up here, going over to Europe, right?
Yeah, actually, getting on a plane at 8 in the morning tomorrow.
Woo.
Start rehearsals tomorrow night over in Germany, and we start first shows Friday night.
Man, and you got, I was just looking at the dates, and it's like, holy crap, you got like 5 days in a row, and then...
there's 6 days a week.
Yeah,
it's 6 days
crazy.
a week for 5 weeks.
Well, how does your voice hold
manage
up?
that?
Yeah.
Well, you know, on this one, you know, we're not the headliner. We're doing 50 minutes on this show. So 50 minutes,
Still,
you know, because we've been building up the last couple of years doing an hour and a half plus shows. So 50 minutes should be pretty easy, I think, I would say.
I guess we'll find out.
Yes, we're going to find out, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, what's the plan for Testament in 2017? Are we going to see a U.S. tour?
Yeah, for sure. We're actually kicking off 2017 with 70,000 tons of metal, leaving out of Florida. And then we're actually going to do Asia, Australia, Japan, and then right after that, April and May, we're coming back to America for a full-on headline tour.
Excellent.
Sweet.
And that's been worked on, and I think it'll probably be announced, you know, probably over the next 2-3 weeks.
Outstanding, outstanding.
So are there any tracks on the new album you think could have benefited from some cowbell? Because I think Cannabis could have used a little bit, maybe.
I would say that's probably the only one.
I just got to have that groove. Yeah, just kind of needed.
Yeah.
You know,
air cowbell.
Yeah. But turn it up to 11.
Turn it up to 11.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, Chuck, we appreciate your time today for coming on Rock and Metal Revival. We're gonna play the title track, Brotherhood of the Snake. You want to tell us, what's this song like for you to do live?
Well, you know, honestly, we haven't done it yet.
Yeah, what's it going to be like?
We haven't even rehearsed this one yet.
All right.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
So it's going to have a great vibe. I'm sure it's going to rock. These songs, they just had a feeling right from the get-go when you heard them.
Uh-huh.
I know, you know, that these ones are going to hit hard. So
nice.
Looking forward to it.
Well, Chuck Billy, it is always an honor to have you, and you're always welcome on Rock and Metal Revival. Thanks for your time.
Well, thank you for playing Brotherhood of the Snake, man. Keep pumping it up for us, man.
There's Jason Newstead from his band, cleverly named Newstead.
That was
Soldier Head on Rock and Metal Revival. That was clever.
Yeah, it was a good name.
Yeah,
came up with
that was nice. Yeah, I mean,
kind of like that Dokken. That's a good one too.
You had to think about that for a minute.
Van Halen.
Yeah, what'd you think of that last hour of music, buddy?
I'm trying to recover, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, man.
That was some good stuff. And what an honor to have Chuck Billy on the show. And he's cool.
My neck hurts.
Yeah.
All that thrashing.
Am I lying there? If I'm not, Chuck Billy was cool as hell.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool.
Yeah, so we want to thank Chuck Billy for coming on the show. Hey, next week you got one of my favorite singers coming on the show. Mr. Graham Bonnet.
Oh, one of mine too, man. I love that freaking Assault Attack album he did with Michael Schenker, man.
Yeah, and he's got a new album coming out next Friday, so we're going to have him on the show to promote that. That's all coming up next week. And otherwise, hey, you know, we all laugh and joke about don't drink and drive, smoke and fly. Hey, there's going to be a lot of kids out Monday night.
Yeah.
And this weekend, man. Be careful. Yeah, watch out for the little rockers out there, okay?
Yeah.
And what are you going out as for Halloween for?
Oh, man, I didn't even think about it, man.
Yeah?
I think I'll be
Pee Wee Herman again?
Elvis, maybe.
Elvis?
Yeah, Fat Elvis.
Really?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I'm going out as Lemmy.
There you go.
There we go.
That'd be good.
All right. Next week, like I said, we've got Graham Bonnet. Thanks again, Chuck Billy. Thanks again to all our affiliates, Megarock Radio, Uncontrolled Noize. Corey, you better come down for the big birthday party or and shovel Jerry's walker, trim his hedge, or do something.
Yeah, come on. Make yourself useful.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then thanks
nothing else to do. Come on.
Thanks to Coonsy and everybody, and to Rock Rage Radio, Vegas Rage Radio, our newest affiliate. Thank you very much. And to everybody listening on 105.9 The Hog tonight, thank you for putting up with us.
Yeah, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry for what we just did to your radio for the last hour. So to get on out of here, in spirit of Halloween, here's a little fast way. This is Trick or Treat on Rock and Metal Revival. Remember, don't drink and drive.
Smoke and fly.
Peace.
But not tonight.
Not tonight.
This brings to an end another edition of Rock and Metal Revival. If you enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you didn't, tell two. Until next time, this is Rock and Metal Revival.
I said, who wants to fucking touch me?
To catch the whole show of Rock and Metal Revival, all you have to do is check it out on these affiliates. Megarock Radio's on Saturdays from 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and on Uncontrolled Noize Tuesdays at 1 a.m., Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern on UncontrolledNoise.com. And make sure that you leave them a message and tell them that you found Rock and Metal Revival on their stations.